We have team coverage for you this noon hour following the damage across our area. We'll start with Victor Jacobo live in West Harris County along Mason Road. And Victor, the National Weather Service survey team was out there and you caught up with them in the last hour?
Yeah, sure, man. Just within the last hour, the National Weather Service did hold a briefing here on scene where they did confirm it was an EF1 tornado that briefly touched down here. I'm going to step out of the way so you can kind of see the damage here, which is extensive. With an auto repair shop, partially a pile of rubble on the strip mall here off South Mason Road, and Katy having part of the roof ripped out and windows and doors blown out. The National Weather Service says it's happened around 2:45 this morning with wind speeds reaching an estimated 90 miles per hour. They explained how the damage confirmed the tornado.
Most of the debris is lying in a certain direction, but we have certain debris that's also lying opposite that. We had an large commercial air conditioning unit on top of this roof that was blown into the parking lot, even though most of the other damage was blown this way. That's represents there was actually some circulation there, which is a defining factor for it being a tornado.
Officials say no one was hurt when the tornado hit. One CenterPoint worker who arrived on scene afterwards to check on gas and electricity received a minor shock. That's according to officials. The damage varies around the strip mall, but the most significant damage was the auto repair shop and a sports bar. The owner says employees were in the back at the time of the tornado, which helped them avoid danger at the front of the building. He and other business owners say they are grateful the situation did not turn out worse.
If this had happened an hour earlier and we still had people inside or people outside in the parking lot, very well could have been multiple injuries.
Pretty much disbelief. We're all just like kind of still thinking about like, is this real right now?
Bringing you out here to see what this damage looks like. This is in front of that sports bar. You can see that massive AC unit that was ripped off of the roof and now on the ground in the parking lot. Right now, Harris County officials are assessing the damage throughout the entire strip mall and the buildings here to confirm when business owners are able to go back into the building to check out more of the damage. Now reporting live in Katy, Victor Jacobo, KHOU 11 News.
All right, Victor, so rare to see that kind of tornado damage in our area. Thank you. Let's head over to Baycliff now in Galveston County, where Ugochi Iloka joins us live with more storm damage there. What are you seeing in Galveston, Ugochi?
Sherman, right now we are seeing a couple of snapped power poles as well as down trees in some neighborhoods in Baycliff, including this one off of 11th Street. This is a live look now of the damage here. You can see just how badly this tree went down. But the good news is no one was injured in the storm, and neighbors we spoke to are grateful for that.
I think we're blessed Jesus was here with us this morning. It could have landed on the house easily.
But it barely missed them by a few feet for these women who live right next door from each other.
I feel like I'm kind of in shock right now.
Just before 5 a.m. this morning is when BB Dwiggins and her neighbor, Iva Smith, saw and heard all the commotion from the storm.
In my living room, I peeked out the window and I heard a big crack, and it was a giant tree right there where my car is parked.
And then we saw the top part of the tree was gone, and it's very emotional.
11th Street wasn't the only block that was hit hard by the strong winds in Baycliff. Highway 146 and Gordy Street have at least 3 snapped power poles. Then up the road from there on Baker Avenue, a trampoline was caught in a power pole. And 10 minutes away in Dickinson, storm debris and a snap tree scattered along Hill Avenue. Back here on 11th Street, BB and Iva, along with thousands of others in Baycliff, are waiting for power crews to stop by.
My brother's on oxygen, and he has to have utilities because it plugs up into the wall.
But I still have live wires from my transformer down in this ditch here. It's just a very scary feeling. It's a helpless feeling.
In the meantime, Iva says,
we're grounded for a while.
Yeah, grounded, but thankfully unharmed. So that is the good news there. Those women, BB and Iva, are doing okay. And I just got a report back from Centerpoint Energy. I spoke to them within the last 2 minutes, and they say they're making some progress. As of this early morning, there's about 4,000 plus power outages, but at 12 p.m. right now, there's about 1,000 power outages. So they are making their way to the people who need their power restored. Hopefully, Bibi and Iva will be next. Reporting live in Baycliff, Ugochi Iloka, KHOU 11 News.
All right, a lot of cleanup, steady and true. Thank you, Ugochi.